like way to tell an awesome Flash story with some Justice League characters in it, and it's one of my favorites that they've done in animation so far. And the Reverse Flash story is kind of nuts too.
Yeah.
So it's like I liked that a whole bunch, but it's like they butchered it in the new Flash.
Ooh. No, and I mean that was the fun part about, like, honestly, and that's something that's funny to me, is because like Marvel live action is really what like started pushing this like alternate world variants, things like that. This has been DC's bread and butter for decades. So it's crazy to think that everyone's like, oh, like look at Marvel with all this, and where it's like DC has used that as a plot device for so much. And they do a lot more of, like, I mean, when you look at the Justice Society and the Justice League and how everything started and how everything's brought together and how they moved apart, like it's such an integral part of their storytelling that it's crazy that like a lot of the general public doesn't know that they've been doing this forever. But Flashpoint too, like even when that book came out, that was one where you're like, holy crap, look at these different versions of these characters that have been heroes for decades, and it's just this dark turn of events that take place that you have to see.
And one of the other things that I've realized is like you said, they have a rich history of animation, where we just recently saw that Marvel just launched their animation division, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy for them to like really like have this deep history back here, where like DC's been doing animation well for so long, and Marvel's like, I guess we'll play.
We got What If, guys.
You're right. We got What
Is
If.
it fun? It's like, yeah, it is fun, but there's good stuff from DC with this. I think that, you know what? I think that's a really cool perspective. I never really thought about that. But it's like, if you aren't a comic book fan and you only have the movies, these have to be like, wow, like, what is this story? Like, this is a thing that happened in the book? Like,
exactly. And that's what I'm finding with some of them that I haven't read, and I'm watching them and I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just really come to, like, I've come to appreciate DC more, and not, because if you're just watching the live actions, like, I don't know if there's a lot to, like, not a lot of redeemable things about DC right now.
No, you're absolutely
You
right.
know what I mean? So if you are a fan of DC and like these characters, go check out the animations. They're sick.